Welcome to my brand new top 10 video. This top 10 will be top 10 favorite Pokemon. It's been a while since I've made top 10 videos. It's always about top 5 now. But now, since I've done top 5 of each type of Pokemon, top 5 of each generation or each region Pokemon, now time for my all-time top 5 favorite Pokemon. Now multiple times I made this video, but each time I add new Pokemon. Last time I restrict myself from putting starters, but this time starters will be included. And not only that, the only restriction are no mythicals and legendaries, because that still is a list on their own. Other than that, everything else are fair game. With that being said, this top 10 is not based on stats nor designs. It's based primarily on my own opinion. If you do not agree, please do leave your own top 10 favorite Pokemon or your favorite Pokemon in general in the comment section below, and let's get this discussion going. Additionally, if you enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and check out my content where I do a lot of anime contents, Pokemon contents, and playthroughs. Your support will be greatly appreciated. Without further ado, let's start with number 10. And additionally, I'm also working on my Rimuru Tempest discussion. So yes, stay tuned for my Rimuru Tempest discussion, one of my favorite isekai protagonists of all time. Without further ado, let's go with number 10. Palafin, or the Dolphin Pokemon, or the otherwise known as the Hero Pokemon, Water type, from Generation 9. Currently Generation 9 is Palafin. I mean, what do I have to say? I love superheroes, and this one Pokemon reminds me primarily of All Might. Like, just design alone. He's very fast, very agile, very offensive in stats, very offensively driven, but regardless. Palafin, just primarily based on design. I do love my superheroes, I love my All Might, so yes, Palafin deserves a number 10 placement in my list. Without further ado, let's go on to number 9. Generation 6 is when I started loving, or when I fell for Excadrill. The subterranean Pokemon will be number 9 on my list. I mean, Generation 6 to Generation 7 was when I did a lot of Wi-Fi battles, and Excadrill is just an excellent attacker, excellent open kind of opener in battle, because it can learn a lot of utility moves like Rapid Spin. It can also have an entry hazard with Spike. I think it can learn Spike, but I do primarily use Stealth Rock with my Excadrill. So yes, number 9, based primarily on its usability during when I was doing Wi-Fi battles back in the day. Excadrill would be number 9 on my list. Without further ado, let's proceed then to number 8. Number 8, one of the pseudo legendaries of the 3rd generation of games, Salamence, the dragon and flying type, the dragon Pokemon Salamence. Oh my goodness, design, intimidation, everything about this Pokemon is just absolute match to perfection. Oh my goodness, just based on design, it's very imposing looking. I love, you know me, 3rd generation of Pokemon games have always been special. It's my one Pokemon game that I played firsthand, so very nostalgic, very just by the design alone. I mean, I did use Salamence a lot back on the years where I did Wi-Fi battles quite actively, but just by the design, just by how much I love to use a Salamence on my team. What can I say? It's just a very imposing, very intimidating. When you picture a dragon Pokemon, you immediately picture Salamence. It's just that Pokemon. And plus, in the anime, they have that lore where Bagon wanted to fly so much that it kept jumping off a cliff. Like, I love that kind of lore, kind of an underdog kind of lore. Based on that lore alone, it just deserves a place on my list, and it's number 8. Based on lore, design, and even stat-wise. So yes, Salamence, I have more to say, but without further ado, number 8 will be Salamence. Let's proceed into number 7. This actually replaced by, for the longest time, Staraptor was always my go-to favorite. Staraptor and Swallow was my go-to favorite flying type, but this actually, he replaced my Staraptor favorite, Corviknight, just by being uniquely designed. I mean, most early bird Pokemon is always going to be, before the 8th generation game, is always going to be flying or normal flying, but just by being unique in type combination and just by the awesome look, but just the awesome design wise, like it's like normally for flying type normally usability diminished over time, but Corviknight remained to be one of my strongest flying type throughout their later, even well through the 2 DLC as well. So Corviknight, very imposing in design, very strong in terms of stat, very unique compared to the other early bird Pokemon. With that being said, Corviknight definitely, in my opinion, deserved the number 7, one of my favorite flying type. Of course, it did replace Staraptor on this list, so yes, that's saying much because I do love my Corviknights now. Without further ado, let's proceed into number 6 is Hisuian Samurott, the formidable Pokemon, Water and Dark type. I mean, initially, in Unova, back when I was playing Pokemon Black and White, I initially loved Serperior more than Samurott, but Samurott grew on me just by its look alone. Very intimidating, imposing kind of Samurott aesthetic, even by the fact that it's not even a bipedal Pokemon, like just by the design alone. It did grew on me, and just by the fact that it has a sword in hand, like I think sword in any works of fiction just made characters instantly more awesome. So yes, Samurott, and thus Oshawott is adorable as heck. So yes, Samurott, based on design alone in Unova, one of my favorite. It grew on me, and then it even doubled when Hisuian Samurott gained that dark typing in that black and red coloration. Like I freaking love that color combination, black and red color combination. So yes, it grew on me, and it stuck on my team during my Legends Arceus playthrough, and overall, awesome design, awesome stats, and freaking awesome, really fast Pokemon. Yeah. Yes. Hisuian Samurott is number 6 on my list. Let's proceed into number 5. As I said, in the Hisuian Samurott and the Samurott base, any fictional characters carrying a sword instantly goated character. This is why I love Zoro from One Piece. This is why I love Bleach. That's one of my favorite anime. So yes, instantly sword makes things more awesome in any works of fiction. So yes, number 5, Aegislash, the Royal Sword Pokemon, Steel and Ghost type. I mean, overall design wise, chef's kiss. And I really do love playing with Aegislash during my Wi-Fi battles, my competitive battles. I mean, it's a good kind of troll kind of Pokemon because you can have it hold a weakness. I love using weakness policy on it and just trolling the ever-loving crap of my enemies. Like King Shield, Swords Dance, freaking Shadow Sneak combo. Oh my goodness, I was winning battles with this mon. Like chef's kiss, I freaking love using Aegislash. Playthrough Wi-Fi battles, it doesn't matter. Aegislash is one of my go-to Pokemon, and I even have a shiny Aegislash. So yes, one of my favorite ghost type of all time design and style wise. Aegislash is number 5 on my freaking list. Without further ado, let's proceed to number 4. Swallow, the Swallow Pokemon, the normal flying type of normal early bird flying type of 3rd generation. I mean, you already know that there's only 2 flying types before 8th gen that I absolutely love, and that's Swallow and Staraptor. So yes, Staraptor is not on this list, but Swallow is, because I'm more for being in Noise Infinity. I actually have a lot more memories on playing third generation of games, and there's a lot more memories in using Swallow on my to make. I've used it plenty of them. Really fast, really agile Pokemon design. It's like Ash's Swallow even has an electric variant where it wore electric armor via Pikachu. So yes, Swallow in anime, in design, in stats alone. And fun fact, my first shiny of third generation is on the remakes, and I just found full odds a shiny Tailo. That was my proudest moment ever. So yes, Swallow, one of my favorite flying type Pokemon of all time, definitely deserving of being on my top 4 on this list. So without further ado, let's proceed to number 3. Number 3 on my list, Kingdra, the dragon Pokemon, or the water dragon. I mean, there was a time before 8th gen when Kingdra was one of the most overpowered Pokemon of all time. I mean, it has only a few weaknesses. Like Dragon was primarily its weakness before 6th gen, before fairy types. I mean, it resisted Ice type, which is primarily strong against Dragon type because of its water typing. Kingdra resisted Ice type, and it resisted also the electric type, which is a primary weakness for water. So due to it being a dragon type, it resisted grass, it resisted electric type. So overall, there was only one strong Pokemon or strong type against a Kingdra, and that is a dragon type, and a lot of resistances. This was one of probably the strongest dragon type before fairy type was even created in 6th gen. So yes, based on that fact alone, the fact that it has so many resistances back in the day, damn, I love that fact, skits. And overall, not many Pokemon can outspeed this guy. So because it has like a really good, decent speed as well. So yes, Kingdra, based on the fact that it was strong on its heyday back before 6th gen, it did get nerfed in 6th gen because of fairy typing, but overall, based on that fact, Kingdra remains number 3, and design wise as well. I mean, it's a freaking seahorse. So yes, and Horsey, my dude, fucking Horsey is adorable in the anime. The fact that it was the early Togepi for Messi back in early Pokemon anime. Yes, I freaking love Kingdra for that. Everything with Kingdra is just awesome, based on design, based on stats, everything. So yes, number 3, definitely deserving of my number 3 spot is Kingdra, the dragon Pokemon of the 2nd generation. Number 2, I think it's the only, not the only Hisuian Pokemon, but number 2 is not Hisuian, Kleavor, the Axe Pokemon, the Bug and Rock type of Hisuian of Legends Arceus. I mean, the first time I saw, as I played through later Pokemon games, I actually started to avoid as much of the spoilers, as much of the leaks, as much of the trailers. So I wanted to be fresh on my mind. And the first time I saw Kleavor was him being a boss level Pokemon, like a noble Pokemon. And I legitimately wanted it. For the first time I saw Kleavor, I wanted it on my team. And bonus, if you play through Legends Arceus, there's also a Alpha Scyther that I had to catch and evolve into a Kleavor right after I defeated Kleavor. I freaking love Kleavor. I literally looked up how to evolve it, which Scyther is the perfect Pokemon to evolve into a Kleavor, and I literally as I was exploring through that bit of the game, found an Alpha Scyther in them. That Alpha Scyther was one of the powerhouses of my playthrough, and with good reason. It's really good in stats. It's really bulky. It can tank hits. It can dish out hits, and really fast. So yes, Cleavor overall is one of my favorite evolution of Scyther. I mean, I do love my Scissors as well, my Scissor, but Cleavor, just by its design, how imposing it is, how much of a powerhouse in my team it was. So yes, Cleavor would be number 2 of my list. I mean, let's proceed into number 1. I mean, number 1 is gonna be really obvious now. I mean, if you just take a look at my username, I mean, do I even need to explain that? I'm the Infernape King. Of course, Infernape is the number 1. I mean, it has the Sun Wukong aesthetic. It has the martial art monkey kind of aesthetic. Just overall awesome in design, really fast, and it has a very powerful abilities as well. Like Infernape, I will say less. You're number 1 on Melis in my heart. Yes, I have it in all of my top 10 lists. I haven't talked as much about Infernape and how I like Infernape. My first Pokemon game fan pack is Deluge RPG. It's a fan-made online game, online Pokemon. In that Pokemon game, Infernape was my go-to my starter Pokemon, and overall, as I played through the official Pokemon game, I grow to love Infernape even more. I mean, I literally have to get Pokemon Platinum, just to get my very own Infernape. So yes, overall, Infernape I hold dear in my heart. It's a very really goated design, stat-wise Pokemon. So yes, number 1, of course, Salas and Infernape.